Hello. I'm supposed to do a ice break as my instructor's instructions, uh, but I think you won't need to ask a trans person to do a ice break because they themselves are in sari so colorful, who are unbreakable ice. So when an issue comes like sari, I remind one story. I usually travel in cabs. And there was one incident when one of my cab drivers, when I rushed into the cab, he started asking me a few questions. He first asked me, "What is your name, bhai?" I kept silent. After a few miles, he asked me, "What do you do, bhai?" Again kept silent. After a few miles, when ending towards my destination, he asked, "What work you do, bhai?" "Hello, do your bhai means your brother also wears sari like me?" I asked him. If you wear a sari, you should ask him whether to call she or he. He can be a trans also. So my name is Rachana Mudraboyina. I'm a trans woman and I'm a YouTuber too. My YouTube channel name is TransVision. As the as the name suggests, TransVision, it also deals with the transgender people's issues. The vision and the mission of my YouTube channel is to initiate a dialogue around the transgender people's issues to create a safe social space within the society. Why I have initiated Transvision? A few years back, when I was surfing the YouTube, I came across few videos which are very disturbing, like this. They are sounding like, do you know how the embryo in the mother's womb turn into transgender? Do you know how transgender people are born? What does it mean? Like, and they are very flashy, very disturbing. They also added, like, do you know what private parts they have? And do you know what the Indian astrology Jyotish says about transgender people? So I don't jump into the what's true and what's not true within these videos, but I would definitely try to grab your attention towards the negative myths and misconceptions which such videos has bombarded in the society and what harm they are doing to the transgender community. Uh, Also, how responsible we should deal with such videos. So, before starting about my journey about the trans vision, I would like to discuss a few more things. Uh, so, when you see all these videos, they are we can I can make a gist of a negative myths and misconceptions which can be lined like this. Transgender people are tricking the society by saying they are neither male or female. Society feels that we are tricking them by saying neither male or female, or society a few times thinks that transgender people are mentally ill. And few times, society may also feel that being born as a transgender people is a disorder that can be rectified through a surgery. A few times, people also think that being gay, lesbian, or bisexual is also a transgender. Or the one who cross dresses is also a transgender. Or the transgender people come after the male, female in the order of genders. So, by observing all the gist of these negative myths and misconceptions, they all correlate to three things. You can make it out. They are like sex, sexuality, and gender. So, before jumping into the discussion about sex, sexuality, and gender, I would like to discuss about how the society has perceived, whether it is perceived, whether it has defined properly, or it has confused or conflated the sex, sexuality, and gender to one another or not. Because there is one term which is called patriarchy. Can anyone define what is patriarchy? Okay, I'll define for you. Patriarchy is making a system of making a hierarchy. hierarchy in decision making and also influence the decision making. That's how the hierarchy has made in gender, sex, and sexuality, and in all the other systems in the society. So, what patriarchy have done harm to the transgender people? You all know that when a child is born, there are only two columns which have been written like either male or female, the gender columns. Why? Why so? Are there no such childs who are born with both the biological factors who are called intersex babies? In that way, patriarchy has completely eliminated the children who are born with both the variations who are intersex babies. So, science has proved that there are 3 to 33 variations, such intersex variations, both combination of psychological and physical factors which are in very diverse in nature. In such sense, sex is also not only biological, it is also psychological and it is variant. Now, coming to the sexual orientation, what patriarchy has done to the sexual orientation? It always says that only man will be influenced or attracted by the women or the vice versa. Then what about the same sex attractions? Okay, leave it same sex attractions. What about the people who are asexual, who have no attractions themselves? So patriarchy have led those people who are asexual behind in such way it has only identified the stereotype sexual orientations where the other orientations are made unnatural or per se illegal. Now coming lastly to the gender, what patriarchy has done to the gender? So it is confined only to man and woman. Can anyone say what is the translation for the word sex in the Hindi? I'll say. It sounds something like male reproductive organ. See what patriarchy has done. It has confined the gender only to man and man only. So is it true? No. What does it mean? Do you mean that you have to come out with your own language to define the issues of other gender people? No. We have enough languages and which has scripts and also not have scripts. That cannot be a solution. People used to believe that patriarchy is practiced by only men. That's not true. I won't agree with that because it might have initiated by men but has been carried over by other genders also. In that way, patriarchy is a gender neutral. So, what harm patriarchy has done actually to the transgender people in the society? It has created a hierarchy in the genders. So, first it says man comes the first, and next follows the women, and next all other genders. So, with this, it has totally pulled down the status of transgender people in the gender hierarchy. It's a way of humiliating them, attacking their gender, and pull down them to a human and below the human level to make them psychologically and physically abusive. So it opens the ways to oppress and suppress them. The negative myths and misconceptions, which I say has been percolated in lot of videos shared worldwide in lakhs and lakhs among the audience, has done such negative things. The negativity in thinking and ideology has transcends into a negativity in actions also. Such negativity all these years has transcended into the geography, culture, caste, religion, education, politics, and unemployment, and almost all the systems. And that's how transgender people are being, all these ages have been put beyond and pushed to the fringes of the society and have been made vulnerable to the sex, crime, and violence. So what is the solution for this? What is solution for patriarchy? Can anyone say? I'll say, just dismantle the structure of patriarchy. Just dismantle its power. Then how is it possible to dismantle that? So the negative myths and misconceptions, how they are propagated, we can challenge them only by the truth. Because truth is the only way which can negativate the negative ideas among the audience or within the society. So one fine day I got, like I'm working with my trans family and comrades, we got an idea that why should we make such videos which create a positive change among the audience who are using the YouTubes, giving accurate knowledge about transgender peoples. And that's how the birth of Transvision has happened. They are a team of trans people, queer allies, and also a lot of people who are non-queer who helped came forward. And we have gone for a crowdsourcing, and we have been proved as the best one among the 5 crowdsourcing agencies. And we finished our target within 1 week before our target date. And we have produced the first series in 3 languages: Telugu, Kannada, and Dakkani Urdu. So this first series carries over all the accurate and all the knowledge about transgenders issues. For example, it talks about who are trans, what are the issues you should not talk about transgender people, and it also talks about international national laws, principles, whichever pertaining to transgender people, and also the celebrities across the globe who are trans celebrities present in media and also in Hollywood, Bollywood. So this is the Transvision team, and we have come out in the first season with these videos. So now, what is next? Now we are planning as a team of Transvision to go beyond this, to work beyond this. We are now planning to do the second series, come out with the narratives of the transgender people of the first generation of the transgender movement of this country. So the main objective behind this is to make the people who are after this generation know about their energies, the dreams, and the workouts of the first generation transgender people, what they have gone through. So they will be transcribed and kept as an archives, open available for the future generations. And apart from that, Transvision is also a team, and it is also a platform where it's a culmination of art, various forms of arts like dance, music, photography, painting, and everything, hosting and everything. And it also, on the other side, provides another alternative option of employment to the transgender people also. Other than the traditional livelihoods which are open to the transgender people in the worldwide, you might all know that's like begging or the sex work. So, what as a transgender person's team and as a transvision team, we are urging with you. The thing is, like, in between you and us, there is a big river that's called patriarchy. We should cross that river. We should know each other crossing this river. Then only we can help each other to understand more and much better each other. So, what I say finally is how you defeat patriarchy. Patriarchy comes only if you have equality. So, acceptance is the first step for equality, and equality can only dismantle patriarchy. Thank you.
We agree.